Whether you're looking to flip a home or fund a furnishing for Airbnb, you need to raise private money in order to scale your business. I'm going to teach you my 3 steps today on how to do that the best way. If you want financial freedom, time freedom, and want to leave a legacy for generations to come, you probably have heard real estate investing is the place to do that. How do you get started? What do you have to do? When's the right time? If you are looking for those answers, you've come to the right place. My name's Kyle Stanley, and this is Fearless Flipping. My mission is to help you learn this business and conquer real estate investing. Hey, welcome into the Fearless Flipping podcast. You're here with me, Kyle Stanley, and I am excited to get you the 3 steps to how to raise private money effectively and to really get raving fans coming your way wanting to do business again and again and again with you because they're getting great returns, they're getting great customer service, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, before we jump into this, I have to give you a quick invite, and that invite is for all my Airbnb fans out there. If you want to learn the best way to get started with Airbnb, I have created a page on our Facebook and on our website, which is fearlessflipping.com/Airbnb host. So I've posted this all over Facebook. I've posted it on our Instagram page. I've posted it everywhere. It's tough for you to not see it, but the easiest way for you to see it is just go straight to fearlessflipping.com/Airbnb host. On that page, you're going to get amazing tips. You're going to get an Airbnb calculator / deal analyzer, whatever you want to call it, where you can literally plug in the numbers and based on your numbers, get an arbitrary, basically estimation of what you could possibly make with a deal that you're looking at. Along with that, there's invites to our Facebook page and also to my masterclass, which you can learn more about. But go once again to fearlessflipping.com/Airbnb host, and you will get a jump start into your Airbnb career. Now, let's jump into the show today, which is my 3 ways on how to raise private money effectively. And this has come through a lot of experience so far in a very little amount of time of raising money. Now, before I jump into this, I'm talking to 2 different people today, right? We always have basically 2 different types of listeners on our show. One is really interested in Airbnb. The other is really interested in real estate investing, or maybe you're interested in both. Maybe you're a third type of viewer. But I was just having a conversation with one of our fans the other day. His name's Juan. Juan calls me and he set up a call with me through my website. And basically we had a conversation and he was like, how do I raise private money? What is the easiest way for me to do that? That's the only thing holding him back from getting into real estate investing and flipping houses. So I figured, well, if he's asking and if he's thinking about this, then I probably got other people that are asking and thinking about this. And so what I want to really encourage you to do is listen to the podcast today, but then go back to either our YouTube channel or our podcast. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed or commented on any of our videos or subscribed to our YouTube or our podcast and reviewed it, we need more reviews. We need more ratings. Please do that. But I want to encourage you after today's show to go back to that and to look up the episode with Ryan Carmody. That's Carmody, CARMODY. And you can even go to the show notes on that too. But look up this episode and Ryan gives you an 11-point script on how to raise private money, how to have an effective meeting for raising private money. But today I want to focus in on just really 3 simple steps on how you can raise it effectively by having conversations out in the marketplace. Maybe not a sit down and really like a formal meeting. That's what Ryan's episode was all about. But this one is more just about having effective conversations so that you can have more people coming to you wanting to raise and give you money. So the first thing is you need to understand, this isn't one of the steps yet, but I need you to understand the difference between private money and hard money. Now, hard money is usually an institution. It's usually kind of like a bank or a mortgage company or anything like that that is going to lend you money and is going to evaluate the deal with you. So the positive about hard money is that you have another set of eyes on a deal, on a flip, on a rental property, something like that, where they're going to be able to say, hey, we can lend you this much because we see this potential. Most hard money institutions will do an 85% loan to value loan. So what does that mean? That means that whatever they see as the potential of that property, they're going to lend you X amount of dollars, and usually that's 85%. So depending upon which hard money institution you go to, the really positive thing is that they get to evaluate the deal with you. And again, I'm talking more to my real estate investing audience right now, not necessarily my Airbnb audience, but this is where you can, if you're not confident in really getting to the point of, I know that when I rehab this property that's going to be worth X amount of dollars, you bring in a hard money person and they can tell you exactly what they see. Now, the negative side of that is that hard money has a lot of fees up front. And so because of that, you're going to have to really factor that into your deal. Can I buy this deal and still make money despite my hard money costs? Private money, on the other hand, is usually just a savvy investor, an individual who says, I want to make more money with the money that's idle that I have sitting in the bank, or that is only making 3 to 4%. And I want to put it with you because I see that you're going to have a great investment for me that's going to make me a lot more money. And they're going to put most of their trust in how you evaluate deals. This is most. Some of them are good enough to where they can evaluate deals and they'll look at it and they'll almost act like a hard money institution as well. But most of them are private money lenders, and they are going to give you better terms, they're going to be happy about their return, but they're also going to give you better terms so that the money's cheaper, but you don't have another pair of eyes usually to look at your deal. So if you're new to the game, I always suggest get a hard money lender with a great rate. Mine in the beginning was 2 points. A point basically is a percentage of the loan. So if your loan overall is $200,000, then 2 points would be 2% of that. That's $4,000 up front. Like I said, it's a lot of cost, but if you factor that into your deal, it becomes kind of a non-factor. In the beginning, I was using a team that was doing 2 points and then 9.9% interest every single month. My private money is basically somewhere in the neighborhood of just no points and 10 to 12% per month, which is great. I'm saving a lot of money by just using private money. But in the beginning, I really suggest people do hard money. And then with the gap money that is not funded with the hard money lender, bring in a private money person. Because then you get to go to that private money person and say, hey, I need $50,000 to make up for what the hard money institution isn't loaning us on. But the hard money institution and myself both see that this property is going to be worth X amount of dollars. And so now you have someone on your side with a hard money institution that is going to make the private lender feel more comfortable about the investment too. And as you do deal and deal and deal, then suddenly you can either get better rates with the hard money lender or phase them out and get that private money lender to just keep on giving you more. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, go ahead and just do more research on private money versus hard money. That is the best way that I would suggest to do that, because you need to understand the difference. Now that you understand the difference and know where you want to go with this, your goal is to scale your business, whether it's Airbnb, doing flips, buying rental properties, whatever that is. And the easiest way to do that, and sometimes the most difficult thing that we have that's holding us back from scaling, is money. Now, sometimes it's other teammates, sometimes it's contractors, sometimes it's with your Airbnb business not having the systems in place to manage enough places. But all I know is that money solves a lot of issues when it comes to real estate. And so what we're going to focus on is my 3 steps to raising more private money. So the first thing is educate. Educate your investors. If you have an investor, like I just had a meeting the other day with someone who's never invested in any money. They've never even invested money in the stock market. And so they know what I'm doing. They're excited about the opportunity of investing their money with me. But as I sat down with them, the first question out of my mouth was, what are other ways that you are investing money for yourself? And they said, well, I'm not. I said, have you ever looked at investing money for yourself? And they said, no, I haven't. I said, okay, so let's start from the beginning here. And I educated them step by step with, here is what you can expect if you are to invest in the stock market. Here's what you can expect if you invest in the money market. Here's what you can expect if you invest in a REIT, real estate investment trust. And I put all these percentages out there. A REIT, somewhere between 4.5% to maybe 10%. A money market, 3 to 6%. The stock market, 7% or more. And I'm throwing out these numbers and I'm giving them this expectation of these are investments that you're making. Plus, these investments are not liquid. They are things that you put your money into. And then in order to get your money back, you either have to wait or you have to pay a fee. And so you become very illiquid, and liquidity sometimes is the scariest thing for a brand new investor. Oh my gosh, I'm giving up $50,000. I've had that as my security blanket. Now I don't. So these are things that I'm letting them know. And then I'm also talking to them about other common ways that they can invest. And so once again, that's the stock market. That's the things that I just mentioned. But if I don't educate them, then they have nothing to compare it to. Okay. They don't know that what I'm about to throw on them is a great investment, which my investments, you're getting the low end, 10%, the high end, as much as 25%. So I'm making this deal so good for them and educating them so much that when they get this irresistible offer, they're like, oh my gosh, if I put it in anything else, I would get almost no return. Hey, Fearless Flipping community, we are taking a quick break from the podcast to talk about Airbnb. For those of you that don't know, I have built much of my residual income around Airbnb, despite a lot of other investors being really excited about long-term renters. I was not. I saw an opportunity with Airbnb to get to my goals faster, to get more cash flow, and to pay off my houses quicker too. So instead of being really happy like a lot of other investors are with $200 to $300 of cash flow every single month, I've turned my renters and rentals into over $1,000 on average of cash flow every single month. So if you want to learn more about Airbnb, my systems, where I pick my Airbnbs, how I communicate with guests. Maybe you've already got Airbnb as a business on the side right now, but you want to take it to the next level. I am absolutely here to help you. You can book a free consultation with me about Airbnb. Learn more by booking at fearlessflipping.com/consultation, and you get me for 30 minutes for free. That's right, 30 minutes absolutely free. And that's once again fearlessflipping.com/consultation, and I'm looking forward to helping you conquer Airbnb investing. So I'm educating first. Now, the second part that kind of transitions to is value. Number 2 is value. So how do I provide value? I provide value in 4 different ways. First of all, I already mentioned one, giving them a high ROI, an irresistible return on their investment that they're like, wow, I can't get this anywhere else unless I were to go do active work. That's another thing that sometimes you have to, if they're a really young investor, they have to realize that, okay, you've saved up $10,000. Congratulations. I know that's a big feat, but $10,000 is going to grow slowly. No matter what investment, even if you have a 25% return on your investment, $10,000 at the end of 1 year has just made you $2,500. And some people sit back and they say, wow, that earning myself $10,000 was so hard and putting that in the bank. And so I figured that when I got to $10,000 that I can invest that and make, they think it's like this magical thing that now I can get rich. Well, investing doesn't get you rich in the long term. It helps you to multiply your money long term so that one day you wake up and say, holy cow, that $10,000 20 years later is now worth $50,000. That's amazing. And that's an incredible return. But this high ROI is something that I need to educate on. And I need to tell them that because you're getting this high ROI, you need to set your expectations accordingly too. So anyway, what I'm saying is it goes back to education. Sometimes these people, they think that they're going to get this high ROI and they're going to turn $10,000 into $20,000 in 1 year. And that's not the case. So educate, then bring the value of the high ROI. And then I share with them, you're going to get constant communication from me. You're going to, as soon as you've been sent a check, if you're a part of a deal and you're getting a part of the revenue, then I'm sending you a profit and loss statement. Here's what we earned for the month, and here's the expenses we had. So communication is number 1 outside of the high ROI, because I want them knowing that they're going to get communication of why they're getting paid what they get paid. Here's another part of the value. This is the third part of value. I love giving people first right refusal to a specific type of deal. So I'll go to someone else, say, hey, I know that you're excited to continue to work with me. I'm continuing to get a lot of people that are asking what types of deals I'm doing, but I want to give you first rights refusal to just about any type of deal, but I need to know what that deal looks like. So I'm rewarding those that have been with me from the beginning. So in the beginning too, you might have to offer these really high ROIs, but as you get more and more people coming to you, you start to have leverage. You start to have this opportunity to say, hey, I have really loved working with you. I'm loving giving you a high ROI, but I've got other people that are asking me to be a part of deals and they're willing to come in with less. I don't want to sacrifice our relationship, but it would be dumb for me to be blind to other opportunities. So what I'm asking is that I give you first rights of refusal. You have the first opportunity to say yes or no to a deal, but we're just going to drop the ROI a little bit. Instead of 25%, we're going to go down to 22%. Are you okay with that? And again, it's this marriage that you have with them that makes them feel like, wow, I get the first opportunity to be a part of these deals, and I get that opportunity to say yes or no, and then it gets passed on to the next person. That gives them a place of power, makes them feel like they're really, they're your number one is really what you're trying to get at. And then the last part is protection. I mean, they need to know what ways they're going to be protected if they're going to shell out a bunch of money with you. So with flips, for example, there's 3 ways that they're protected: hazard insurance, their name's on the deed, and then they get a promissory note. So they're part of the deal. If I die, if the house burns down, they're protected no matter what happens. With some Airbnb deals, that's negotiable. That's one of those things that you want to just make them feel as comfortable as possible. So a contract, another promissory note for them. If it's a property that you own, you might want to put them as a second or third position lien on that property. There's different ways to be able to protect them with those types of investments, because really with an Airbnb investment, let's just call it the furnishing, for example, if they're just furnishing and they're doing $10,000, it's a place that you're either arbitraging or own. It's tougher to protect them because it's a piece of furniture that they're buying essentially. So a contract, a promissory note, again, if you own it, putting their name as a third position or a second position on the deed until their investment is paid off. Those types of terms are going to help them feel more protected. So once again, recap here. First one is educate. Second one is add value. The third piece, and it's exactly why I started a podcast and a YouTube channel, tell everyone. My mentor told me in the beginning, if people don't know what you're doing, that's a problem. And I know that a lot of people don't like putting themselves out there. And I know that you're sitting here and you're like, I'm not going to start a podcast. I'm not going to start a YouTube channel. Don't do it. That's okay. Do the things that are your strengths. One of my strengths was public speaking and doing things like this. So I continue to be excited about putting out content. That might not be you. That might be something that really scares you. So how about if you're really good at, social media, just putting out posts. Hey, I did another flip or got another Airbnb, taking pictures with the people that you're doing business with and posting about that, getting them to talk to their friends, asking for referrals. Hey, listen, you just got a great return. Can you tell your friends about this? Tell everyone. Everyone needs to know what you're doing. And if they don't know what you're doing, then at the end of the day, you're not going to grow your business because no one's going to know that you're looking for money. And if no one knows you're looking for money, you're not going to get any. If you don't get any, then you're not going to grow and scale your business. So I think that really, even though it's the third one, that's the most important thing about raising money, is letting everyone and their mom know what exactly you're doing. And for me, because of the podcast, because of the YouTube channel, I have gotten what I put out there in return tenfold. And so many people want to be a part of these deals. So many people are showing interest and, investing with me because they see my business model. They see what I'm doing. They see the success. So you just need to find a way to get out there and to share with people what you're doing. Again, that could be social media. That could be asking for referrals. That could be email campaigns. It could be just going to networking events, or just every single time you're out and about, you are talking to people about what exactly you're doing. So that is everything. I'm going to wrap it up right now. I know this is a shorter episode, but I just want to keep it to that. I want to keep this super simple for you and let you get really good at these 3 steps of educating, adding value, and at the end of the day, telling every single person what you're doing. If you can do that, and I'm not even talking about sitting down with people, I'm talking about just conversations in the marketplace, doing those 3 things, you will see that more and more people will start to come to you asking, how can I be a part of your deals? One more time, go check out our brand new page on our Fearless Flipping page for Airbnb, fearlessflipping.com/Airbnb host. It is going to give you so many tools and so many tips to get started in Airbnb. And you definitely want to download that calculator. It's awesome. It's going to help you out big time. And this is it for the Fearless Flipping podcast for this week. I'm Kyle Stanley. Go out there and conquer real estate investing.